Hi. I don't know your name.
I'm Keoli.
Keoli.
Yeah,
Hi,
hi.
Keoli.
Alright, I'm going to try to word this so it's condensed. I'm very intuitive, and recently I'm kind of stepping into a new level, dimension, what have you, where I'm trying to surrender to the non attachment of things staying solid in physical form, such as my vision will go and I see things in a hologram and it actually disappears. So that's one question of kind of surrendering into that, as well as the emotion of not really having a reaction to things that I normally used to have a reaction to, which I think is a good thing. And part of me has been striving for that for 20 years. And it's a sadness of attaining that. It feels a little numb.
Okay. So first of all, I will deal with the second question first. Then you can maybe remind me if I forget the first question. I'm good at one at a time. Numbness is a byproduct of following mind. Now, non-reactivity can look like two different things. One is accomplished through this vigilance of getting away from the oscillations of the human dynamic, mind and emotions, getting away from them, kind of noticing what is noticing and living there, driven by this hunger to get away from the suffering of mind. When there is no movement away from, but there is just remaining still. Meaning that when emotions come up and story comes up that are disturbing, they are received all the way. There is the opposite, there is no movement away from that. And in it, the teaching is imbibed. And all of the dynamics that built the experience of separation of me and other, the shell, will start to unravel and melt. When this occurs, the experience shifts from this reference point to feeling yourself in every single thing. And then the vibrancy and aliveness of everything explodes. So if you are sitting with a so-called other, your experience is that there is no other. You are alive in that, just like you are alive in the other body, just like you are alive in the air and the floor, in the walls. This feels like anything but numbness. The experience of numbness can arise when it is a habit driven by a mental fortitude to remain in the space. So they are very different things. Both are, the ability to remain in the space is grace. It's getting out of this incredible insanity and it's getting to a place of equanimity. But it is void of the wild passion of God. It is void of like the wild juice that cannot be spoken, but the true mystic lives. So this is in relationship to the one question Does that feel like that answers that question?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Okay, the other question was around surrender to the changing phenomenal experience. Surrender really lies in letting go of mind and just being. When one is letting go of mind, one is letting go of the habit of wanting to understand. One is letting go of the habit of wanting to progress. One is letting go of the habit of living in a past which defines a character. In other words, the letting go of the mind is the letting go of the past. The letting go of the past is the letting go of an identity. Then there is no one left to self-reference about progression, surrender, or anything at all. You follow what I am saying?
Mm-hmm. Can I add a
Yes, you can, of course.
I think I just answered my own question trying to formulate.
Yes, this is how it works.
Yeah. I was just going to say the surrendering into the not being able to see. And so I guess it's not so much the identity, but it's that worldview that things are solid when it's not.
Yes, the best view to have is no view at all.
Yeah.
Whether things are solid or things are not solid, ultimately it makes no difference.
And then I guess staying very grounded to function in this world.
Yes.
Okay.
Grounded to what? These are all concepts. I realize these are very common concepts. There is a wisdom that knows the way. It carries everything in perfection. You will not find someone who has broken free, who is working on grounding themselves. There is no sense of someone to ground. It's all the ground, and the character is moved by pure divinity. And there is not even any reflecting back to how the character is doing, because self-reflection has fallen away, because the feeling of who you are is everywhere and everything, and it's all totally in love with itself. I understand that along the way, there are things that happen that cause concern to the mind. At certain points, it is helpful to get guidance that will make the mind feel more secure. But the teaching here is for the whole enchilada. It is a pointing to what is possible, which is your true nature, which is eternal. What appears to change only appears to change. What appears to change is a reflection of your conscious awareness. The more you fall into your true being, which is in everything, the more the reflection reflects the harmony and the beauty. You know, I remember a time in my own personal journey of having these questions about groundedness in the world. Idea like maybe the body will just walk in front of a car. It's all stories. There is only this moment. This moment is all there ever has been. There is nothing prior to the feeling of this moment. There is nothing after the feeling of this moment. It is the feeling of your own existence. It is bound by nothing. It is never in motion, yet there is the appearance of motion which appears within it. It is a reflection, it is an offering, it is a constant reflection of the state of your conscious awareness. You can only receive it when you are in connection with yourself. You cannot receive it when you are identified that I am some separate person. But there is this constant flow of guidance.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome.